Today we take a very historic action that was 45 years in the making. In a few moments, I will sign an executive order to begin eliminating the Federal Department of Education once and for all.
President Donald Trump there officially starting the process of dismantling the Department of Education. This is him signing that executive order. This was just moments ago. Good evening and thank you for joining us. We hope you are all well tonight. Now, according to the president, the order, he says, would return education back to the states, promising it would not disrupt services and programs you rely on.
But we know this leaves you with more questions than answers tonight on exactly how this will impact educational needs right here at home. So we're working to answer some of those questions tonight, including what this would mean for education funding here in New York State and what will happen to your student loans and financial aid provided through the Department of Education. Tonight, 7 News senior reporter Eileen Buckley is speaking with 2 education experts to find out the local impact of this order.
Today's a very scary day here.
Ann Spiesiak is the CEO of Beyond Support Network. For decades, her school has offered educational services for children with disabilities. But with the shuttering of the education department, the Trump administration is now threatening Title I funding that provides more than $1 billion each year to New York State to help students from low-income families and kids with disabilities.
We probably receive about $400,000 a year in title funding, but it all flows through the New York State Department of Education. The biggest worry is that we don't know and they don't know.
It's really difficult to dismantle the entire department. So there are some checks in the system that we'll have to see play out.
Nathan Dawn Barnett is Associate Dean for Faculty and Students at the University at Buffalo. College and university students rely on federal financial aid to help pay for tuition.
I'm more concerned about the federal financial aid for post-secondary education because that has to be, by its very nature, federal. And right now, we don't really know if they are successful dismantling the department, where that would go and how that would be effectively implemented.
The federal financial aid that folks apply for to go to college, what happens with that? What happens to their student loans?
What I think is likely going to happen, it will move to another department. They'll have to bring a lot of staff with them. It is labor intensive to manage these things, but the piece that's going to be missing, no matter where it goes, is the checks on the authority of, say, loan guarantee and funding agencies that service the loans.
But these education experts are telling me right now there are so many unknowns.
Has folks really wondering whether or not they need to put pause on certain things that they're doing in their districts or in their colleges.
So what we've been instructing both our staff and telling our families, is we continue on with our mission until we know otherwise. At this point, no one said to me, your rate is cut. So our school is open for business.
But in order to eliminate the department, it would require an act of Congress. Eileen Buckley, 7 News, Buffalo.